And this is the Steel Sports Report, Part 3. I'm going to start this show with Tiger Woods just had his 7th back surgery. Man, go sit your ass down. Boots with the first round TKO, man, at 1:58, becoming the interim super welterweight champion, called out Virgil Ortiz. Boots looked goddamn good at 154 pounds. Oliveira choked out Gamrot that night in UFC 2, went home and handled his business. Salute to that. Asia Wilson and the Las Vegas Aces took care of their business. I think they bumped them off like 4-1. Salute to them. Now let's talk about some college football. Now let's talk about them Aggies again, man. Even though that's a hell of a game every time they play. A&M my squad, Florida my squad. A&M though, yeah, and they took care of their business and they slid to number 4 now. They number 4. And Florida, gotta give them some props, man. They done played 4 top 10 opponents. They 1-3 on them. So, but I don't think they was expecting too much from Florida anyway though. And the Longhorns, I lost $20 on that game. I ain't gonna even lie to you, man. But salute to the Longhorns for taking care of their business at the Red River, man. Y'all did that. And I ain't got a chance to watch Texas Tech yet. And I ain't said nothing about Texas Tech yet, but I know they averaging like 360 plus yards running the shit out that ball. And they looking pretty good, though. They pretty tough. I know Penn State got 3 L's in a row, and I know Indiana went up there and got on Oregon ass. Who would have thought that? And I got to mention UCLA. They bumped off Penn State, turned around and bumped off Michigan. UCLA up there blowing something out there. And here go a little piece of baseball. In the ALCS, you got shit. You got the Mariners up 2-0 on the Blue Jays, and in the NLCS, you got the Dodgers up 2-0 on the Brewers. And it was hell in the NFL, boy. This weekend was crazy, man. I was top Sunday morning, man. I was up and I was just thinking, man, like how hard it is to probably just play one of them overseas games, man, with the time change and shit. That's probably a hard ass game, and you can tell because it'd be like, them games be tough. But at the end of that morning, man, the Broncos still won. Boy, I was like, damn. But Pittsburgh them niggas was hitting hard to them all. They were popping the shit out the boy. And them boys showed out, man. You had Rico Dowdle. He showed out on Dallas. 239 total yards, 1 touchdown. Bijan Robinson. Man, that boy footwork crazy. 238 total yards, 1 touchdown. Receiving, you had George Pickens. He had 9 catches, 168 yards, 1 touchdown. And Jigba, man, that boy up there in Seattle, he nice. He had 8 catches, 162 yards, 1 touchdown. Matthew Stafford lead the NFL in passing yards with 1,684 yards, 12 touchdowns, and 2 interceptions. Cam Ward went 26 of 38 for a 68% completion rate, 222 yards. He had 1 touchdown, 1 interception, and another loss. They lost to the Raiders. Fired the coach yesterday. Cam gave himself a F. Don't do yourself like that. And I'm going to say it, I'm going to keep it real. I think the biggest win over the weekend was KC over the line. Actually got on the line's ass. They said they didn't have no penalties, though. That's not really strange to me for KC. They had 13 penalties before this game. But at the same time, the Lions was only called for 4 penalties. But I know about that KC shit. To add on to that, not only did KC have no penalties, they didn't have no turnovers, and they only punted 1 time. That boy Puka Nacua leading the NFL in catches with 54. We're going to see what's going on with him with the ankle injury over there in nagging. That boy and Jigba leading receiving yards with 696 in 6 games. And damn, Fred Warner, another one down, San Francisco. God damn. Hey, Booker went down with a hamstring. Ridley went down with a hamstring. Garrett Wilson went down with a knee. And Harrison with a concussion. These wide receivers getting their ass up this year. And the Shador soap opera continues. Now going into week 6, I was 5-6-1. Won all 3 of them. Lost all 3 last week. Won all 3 of my picks this week. So now I'm 8-6-1. This week, I'm taking my Broncos at home over the Giants, Colts over the Chargers in LA, and I'm taking Detroit over Tampa Bay, man. I just want to see something else. I want to see it again. But I'm taking Detroit. And this is the Steel Sports Report, Part 3.